Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Random Vlogging. So, today, first things first, thank you so much to all you wonderful people that said nice things and wished me to feel better and things like that, because yesterday was not fun for me. I'm really not feeling all that much better today. But there is some improvement, so that's good. Yeah. Today, I would like to start some controversy, because that's what I do. Controversy is your friend. I don't know how many of you guys have been following or even care about things that happen in the great state of Wisconsin. It is where I live and have lived for quite some time now. And recently, I think it's been just under a week. So last Friday, a judge in one of the district courts that I don't remember, and it's much more complicated than I really want to get into. Anyway, some judge made a ruling on the gay marriage ban that was signed into law back in 2006. And it's been causing a little, well, not a little, actually quite a bit of controversy up here in the Great North. Mostly because of how it has been dealt with. Now, I don't want to get into a discussion on the merits of gay rights or gay marriage or anything like that. That at this particular point, I think that's beside the point. I don't want to focus on that. What I do want to focus on is, from a political and legal perspective, what happened. To give you a little bit of background, in 2006, a general vote was taken about amending, I believe is the Constitution of the state constitution, to specifically state that marriage is between one man and one woman. And it went to a general vote, meaning everybody could go to their local poll place and place their vote on it. General votes in wow, I wonder if I can use the word general anymore. General votes don't tend to be used a whole lot because they're difficult. If every single thing that the government was going to do had to be solved by a general vote, nothing would get done because they take a long time. Literally, we have millions and millions of people that live in the U.S. and tabulating all those votes and everything like that, it's confusing. But there are certain topics where politicians, for various reasons, will decide that they don't want to have it decided because of their vote. They want to be able to say, no, the people voted for this. It wasn't the representatives of the people, it was the general public that decided this thing. And it happens every so often all over the country. So this specific general vote was, again, for the entire state of Wisconsin, and it passed almost unanimously. Every state in every county in the state, which for those of you that aren't familiar with how the U.S. is set up, you have states, and then each state is divided into smaller little parsecs, or whatever you want to call them, small little divisions that are called counties. And then you have cities and all that stuff. So every county in the state voted for this except for Dane County, which is where Madison, the capital of Wisconsin, is. It's one of the larger cities. It's not the largest. The largest is actually Milwaukee, which I live much closer to that than I do to Madison. But they're both great. So yes, we had this general vote. Almost the entire state was for it. And then, let's see, I guess we're going on 8 years now, if my math is correct. 2006, 2014, that's 8, yeah. Woohoo, I can do math. Then one person decided that their interpretation of the Constitution was more valid than the entire state. And that's what I'd like to discuss. I want to know what you guys think about that. And I'm actually really interested to hear what people that don't live in the US think about it as well. All my Canadian friends, all my European friends. Because we in the US tend to put a really high emphasis on the idea of the people having a voice in their government. It's kind of what the country was founded on, and we take a lot of pride in it, even though in a large majority of the time we don't technically have a voice in our government. We have a voice in somewhat in who represents us, who actually has a voice in our government. But even that is kind of, and I'm not going to get into it. So again, this is not about gay marriage, whether it's right or wrong. That's beside the point. I don't want to talk about that. I want you guys to tell me what you think about one person overturning a decision that the entire state, except for one county, agreed with. Me personally, I think that is kind of a dick move. I think if it was passed into law by a general vote, it should be revoked by a general vote. I think it's something that should. Now, again, general votes are difficult to do and they take a lot of time and money, so I can understand there are some things that would influence it. But if they took the time 8 years ago to put it to a general vote and then they did that, it's kind of like a slap into the face to anyone that voted in that specific election, or whatever you want to call it. I'm actually not sure. It shows how much I know about my own government. So, yeah, I mean, I don't particularly agree with it. Not because, again, of what happened, but just the way that it was done. I think there are a lot better ways to do this than that specific thing. And there's a whole bunch of other things that are happening behind the scenes right now that they've been reporting on that I'm not particularly fond of either. Things like there are special interest groups that are actually being given the ability to write the laws and things like that, which I completely disagree with. I think people that should be making laws and people that should be writing laws are the people that were hired to do that, our representatives, our senators and things like that. I don't think special interest groups should have the ability to write laws and that. And I'm not going to get into the whole thing about it. It's really, really complicated. Again, I don't want it to be about that. I specifically want to talk about the idea of one person overturning the votes of literally, I don't even know what the population of Wisconsin is. I know it's over 1 million, or at least I hope it is. I like the number 1 million, so let's say like 1 million people. I don't know how many people live in my state because I'm that awesome. So yeah, I mean, just a lot of people have basically just been slapped in the face going, sorry, you're wrong. This isn't, and in my personal opinion, it's basically saying, I'm sorry, this is not a democracy of the people, by the people, for the people. This is a democracy of one person that has decided this is what I want and I'm going to make it happen because I have the power to do that. And again, we did give this person the power to do that, but we expect them to use that power when necessary, not whenever they want to. So again, it may sound a little bit hypocritical. I may not have phrased it very well. But again, I'm interested in seeing what you guys think. Do you think one person should have the ability to overturn things that an entire state has decided are good without attempting anything else? Let me know in the comments below. I am probably moving within a week here. So more likely than not, Friday Feature Focus is not going to happen tomorrow. I've got so much stuff I've got to do. I've gotten behind in my studies a little bit, so I got to focus on that. Otherwise, yeah, that's going to be all for me today. If I have the time, I'll try and put something up tomorrow for Friday Feature Focus. Otherwise, I will see you guys on Monday with an update to what's going on with my training day hiatus. All right, bye-bye.